Hello viewers, welcome to CodeForAny. Fruit market steps inside. Today need to complete this here the home tab UI. We need to creating here the horizontal list of the here the fruit of list. We need to creating look like this here the UI. And first of all, we need to import this here the Flutter rating bar plugins. We need to importing here. Now we need to go inside here the this is the URLs for the these plugins, and now need to go installs and to copy this here the dependency lines here. We need to copy here like, and we need to go here the pub space, and we need to import this here the inside the dependency, and now we need to save here and importing this here the libraries. And now you need to go here the home tab screens, and we need to developing this here the first of all the making here the array. We need to develop here for this UI. We need to write down here for the where, and we need to organic fruits. We need to like this here organic array, and we need to set like this years like here. Now we need to create here the data. First of all, we need to set this here the titles of fruit for this array. Then after we need to set this here the image. We need to need here like here single quotes. Then after rating rating, set here the 4.0, and then after we need to set this here the price. We need to set here the 300s, and we need to set this here the unit quantity uty, maybe unit is good, unit to set here the kg, and set here the comma. Like this information, so need to needs here for the showing here. So need to first one is the strawberry. Then after set this here the image of the strawberry relative path, and we need to paste this here, and we need to copy here like here. Now we need to set this here the grapes, change this here the price, and orange, set here the pie, and also set here pie orange, and we need to set this price 120 per kg, and again strawberry, and we need to copy this here to value, need to paste this here, and we need to set here, remove this comma, and we need to save, and this is the temporary area we need to set for this UI. Need to configurations are the done. Now need to create here the size box, give this here the page size. We need to configurations, we need to need this here the 200, and we need to developing this here the child, create here the list view builder like here's with separators. We need to needs here, we need to change this here separators. Items, we need to given this here the context and index. We need to get here for this event, return this here the container like here's same as. Now need to give this here the separators, and we need to give this here the width space. Need to develop here, give this here the size box, give this here the width. Need to set here the 20 width. Need to given this here the between here the space, and item counts is equal to, need to give this here the organic array dot length. We need to put like here's the data for this UI. Need to configure this here, and then after we need to make sure, so need to give this here this container height. So need to configurations are the need here for this UI. Need to create maybe create here columns is good. And we need to set this here the cross axis alignment, set here the start, and set here the scroll directions axis. Give this here the horizontals. Like we need to configure for this UI, and to configurations are the needs here. Now we need to creating here the image assets, and we need to show this here the image set here. First of all, we need to get this here the objects of in here organic array, and you need to pass this here the indexed, get here the value. Now need to pass here the image img. Need to check here for this image here, like 2, 3, 2 and 3. Set like here this value need to configure here the need to give this here the always strings. That's why like we need to set here the width and heights. We need to configurations are the needs here for these cells. Need to creating here for the fixed heights. Convert now size post, and we need to give this here the width context dot multiply by here the width, and we need to set here the 40% of the screen, 35% of the width. We need to give this like here cell width, copy here, and we need to paste this here this width. And we need to set here the heights. Configurations are also need to needs here. Need to copy here this value, and to paste this here this value. Need this here the 50, and plus need to set this here the needs here the this value for showing here the titles, ratings, and price. Need to plus this size. Need to first of all the give this here this height like here, and we need to increase this here the 60, and create here the graph widgets, clip on rect, set here the border radius circular. Need to set this here the 15. Like configurations are the needs for this UI, and we need to save this here and show like this here this UI similar to designs. Now we need to give this here the padding for this list view, symmetric horizontals. We need to set this here the 20 and show like this for this UI. Need to show this data here, and then after we need to creating here the buttons of this image. Need to create here the stack left with here the columns, and now we need to column to change here the stack, and we need to give this here the alignment. Need to set here alignments as a top right. Need to assign here, and now we need to making here the icon button in equal on tab event. Like we need to configurations, and to set this here the childs, we need to configure here the columns, containers, give this here the width and height. So need to set here the 40. Get here the decorations, box decorations. Set here the color white. Then after we need to set this here the border radius. Circular, so need to set this here the 20. And you need to set here alignments dot center, like write down here. Now need to create here the icons for the favorite unfavorite. Create here the child's icons brackets. Pass this here the icon dot favorite border, like here. Give this here the color T colors red for this UI, and show like this here for these icons. Look like this here the show, and make here the mistakes. We need to give this here the fit box fit. Need to set here the cover and show like here. So need to decrease this here the height. Set here the 40%, 2%, and show like this here. And we need to set this here the padding 15 and maybe more. Set here the 8. And similar to designs, we need to creating here the favorite buttons. We need to decrease this here the 35 small size and show like this here this value. Now we need to set this here the rating bars of the bottoms. We need to configure this here the out of here the this text. Need to create here. Now need to open here the pub space. Need to open this here the pub dev and to remade, and we need to copy this builders here, and we need to paste this here and import this here this bar, remove these columns, and we need to wrap with here the widgets, ignore pointers, and ignore set here true. Now need to give this here the initial rating, so need to check here for this UI. Need to configure this here to item counts is equal to pi horizontal list. Need to give this here the item paddings. We need to configurations are the need here the value. We need to set this here the 2, and rating stars need to set here the yellow colors. Need to configurations are the need here orange, like here's for the ratings, and allow item size. We need to set this here the 15 and look like this here the show save here. So we need to increase this here. So we need to set this here the 20 is not good, that here the 18 is good, and increase this here the some width height space. Need to set here the 4 and show like this here. Now we need to set this here the UI titles. Need to set here the text for this UI. Set here the text, and we need to object dot, we need to pass this here name, not names, title, as we need to set here the string, like here. Set here the styles, text styles. Set here the font color, t color, primary colors, primary text. Then after font size, we need to configurations are the need here for this UI. Need to set here the 14 and semi-bold font weight 600 semi-bolds, and we need to give this here the max lines. We need to set here the 1, save here and show like this here the UI. For the strawberry we need to increase this here 16, so we need to add this here the big size, and we need to set here the 16 and show like here similar to designs. We need to making like this here the UI. Now in chats we need to set this here this value object, and we need to get this here the rating to set here the double right to parse to string 0, like this. We need to set here the dynamic value, and also need to increase this here 60 to 70 or this height, so need to change here, and also need to set here the price tag, creates here the bracket dollars, and to set here the slash and dollars. Now per, and need to set this here the exclamatory signs, show here the dollars. We need to set like this here the dollar signs for this value, and we need to give this here this value as a object, here the price, and here object, and we need to pass this here the unit and show like this here this value. Now we need to set this here the font L, mediums means 500, and show like this here this UI, and need to set this data here. Similar to designs, we need to show this here this data. Maybe need to set here 15s font size, and similar to designs we need to showing like this data here, and also set here the vertical padding. Need to set here the 8 and show like here's increase this here 80, and show like this data here for the organic fruits. Same as we need to mix fruits, we need to given this here, so we not change this here the data. API calling times we need to change this here this data. Now we need to copy and paste this UI. We need to convert into the common cells for this data showing. Now we need to cut this here the this size box. We need to cut here, copy here, and now create here the common widgets. Here so need to create here the new files, and to set this here the fruit cell dot dots, create here the statelet widgets, set here the fruit cell, and we need to import this here the material dependency, and we need to paste this code here, and now we need to final map, and we need to give this here the object past years, and void on press event we need to like here passing years at this fields, and we need to converting this here the ref widgets, and in quell on tab event, and on press set here rating bars also imports here, and t colors also need to put here, this. Set this here the rule set. Now we need to go home tabs and to change this code. So we need to remove here and we need to set here the root cell, pass this objects and on press event. Like we need to set this here the UI. Again, so we need to copy here and for mix fruit sections like this, creating here and show like this here the mix fruit UI. Same as we need to another sections for this here the stone fruit. We need to set here. Again, so we need to copy this value, paste this here two times because we need to two sections here remaining here. Stone fruit and we need to like here and 20% off. Show like this here the another section stone puts and show like this here this data. Same as here the replace here 5% off and change this here. Like this data we need to showing here for the fruits. We need to home sections are the tabs UI we need to done here. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.